Previously on the Blockbuster Buster.
Okay, bring it on. How bad could it be?
In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster.
Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. I'm obligated to inform you that due to my insubordinance in the last episode, I'm not allowed to lose my temper or break anything for 9 whole minutes. Oh, God help me. In the world of comics, one character has stood as the very definition of the femme fatale for over 60 years, and that is Bob Kane's Catwoman. Famous for being Batman's on-again, off-again lover/villain, Catwoman has been portrayed by some of Hollywood's greatest starlets, including Julie Newmar, Lee Merriweather, Andrea Bardou, the Queen of Awesome herself, Eartha Kitt, and my personal favorite, Michelle Pfeiffer. So now that we have a Catwoman movie, we get Halle Berry. Really? Halle Berry? She has an Oscar? Well, if she has an Oscar, then that must mean she's a master thespian of the highest quality. So in light of this new development, I will do the rest of my opening monologue to the acting style of Halle Berry. So come with me, gentle viewer, as we watch Halle Berry strut around aimlessly in skimpy outfits and deliver all of her dialogue in the same emotionless monotone. Hold your breath in suspense as Miss Berry shows us how an Academy Award winner acts surprised. So our movie begins with Patience Phillips, not Selena Kyle, who is incredibly awkward. In fact, she is so awkward that she wears maternity clothes even though she's not pregnant. Apparently, her nerdy awkwardness gives everybody around her carte blanche to be really mean. Her boss is mean, her cat is mean, even her neighbors are mean. Patience works for a fashion magazine owned by
Cruella de Vil,
Sharon Stone and Halle Berry in the same movie. So Patience gets stuck on a ledge, you know, like a cat. Luckily, she's seen by Perfect Man, who runs up 5 flights of steps in 3/4 of a second, breaks into her locked apartment, and catches her just in the nick of time. Did they just meet cute? Oh, some of you don't know what meet cute means. Well, this looks like a job for Nerdlinger!
Thank you. The meet cute is a staple of the romantic comedy. When the 2 lead characters meet, they have to meet under silly or memorable circumstances. Why would anybody put this in a comic book movie is beyond me. I wish I had a meet cute. Thank you, goodbye.
So Patience goes to turn in some work late at night when she accidentally walks into a secret meeting in which the bad guys were discussing the harmful side effects of their cosmetics. Well, they're mobsters, so I guess they'll bribe her to keep her mouth shut. Jesus, overreact much? Holy Christ, what is he gonna do next? Beat up my grandma?
Ow! Oh! Ow! Have you ever seen such cruelty?
So after that horrific ordeal, Patience gets brought back to life by cats? Of all the things they could have knocked off from Batman Returns, they chose one of the most ludicrous scenes in that movie? Can this get any more ridiculous? She has cat powers? Why? Because a cat breathed on her? Oh, and it wasn't a radioactive cat or a genetically enhanced cat. No, this was a magical cat.
Nice going, Max.
Stop giving powers to characters who don't have them. Punisher doesn't have super strength, Electro doesn't have ninja sense, and the G.I. Joes don't have Iron Man armor. And don't get me wrong, I like characters with powers like Superman, Spider-Man, Chuck Norris. But what makes all these other characters great is how they persevere in spite of not having powers. Giving them powers to make their lives easier is the kind of writing that's cheap, lame, and lazy.
If I wasn't so lazy, I'd punch you in the stomach.
Oh my god, I just realized something. A young girl murdered and brought back to life with cat powers? This isn't a comic book movie, this is one of
Garfield's Tales of Scary Stuff.
So Patience begins to exhibit cat behavior along with her cat powers, including reflexes, hatred of dogs, and severe love of catnip. Wow, that's just lame. Hey Binky, can you do me a favor? Thank you. So after defeating Perfect Man at basketball with the skills of Michael Jordan, you know, like a cat, Patience decides to get dressed up and go out on the prowl, but not before cutting and styling her hair with, you know, like a cat. While she's out and about, she comes across a jewelry store that's being robbed by the most stereotypical thieves ever. Well, at least they're not wearing those tiny black domino masks, because that would be silly. Okay, so Patience shows up dressed like the Hamburglar, rabble rabble, and foils the robbery. She wakes up the next morning to find that she took some of the jewels home with her. Oh, that's nothing. You should see what's happening in the apartment next door. Meanwhile, Perfect Man is investigating the Hamburglar robbery. Rabble rabble. When he finds that she returned the jewels, what was the point of stealing them to begin with? While Batman Returns might be creepy and weird, at least the Catwoman in that movie was consistent. So after returning the jewels for no good reason, Patience decides to hunt down the people who killed her, become a superhero, and that's her costume? Who designed it? Fredericks of Hollywood? From the costume makers that brought you Slutty Hermione, Slutty Rainbow Bright, and Slutty Strawberry Shortcake comes the Slutty Catwoman costume. It looks absolutely nothing like the costume she wears in the comics, which is fairly practical for the needs of a cat burglar. This costume says to hell with that. I want to look like I'm going to an S&M party. Well, that's it. I can no longer call you Catwoman. You got the S&M straps, you got the S&M whip. All you're missing are the S&M chains. Well, that settles it. You're S&M woman. Hey, Nerdlinger, what do you think of this costume?
Oh boy.
Black Scorpion's costume was more practical. Hell, Wonder Woman's costume is more conservative.
And what's wrong with the way I dress?
Nothing. So S&M woman follows the guy who shot her to a dance club, but instead of pouncing on him and bringing him to justice, she decides to take some time off to get a drink and hit the dance floor. That's just stupid. Man, I love this song.
Apple bottom jean boots with the fur. The whole club is looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low.
Hey, Patience!
Them baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the strands. Turn around and get a big booty and slam. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got
So after that bit of ridiculous fun, S&M woman beats up Trigger Happy in an alley and finds out that Sharon Stone is behind the whole cosmetics conspiracy.
To coin a popular Sunnydale phrase, duh.
S&M woman goes to confront her, and then the unthinkable happens. Halle Berry and Sharon Stone play a scene opposite to one another.
I wouldn't cock a sink with it.
Come on. I've been using it for years.
It's your funeral.
Oh my god, their performances are so bad. This makes me angry. Grrr. Arg. So Cruella frames S&M woman for the murder of her husband, and she gets taken to jail, and she escapes like this. So S&M woman goes after Cruella, and
I can't be hurt.
she has powers too? Why?
And if you keep using it, skin like living marble.
Toxic makeup gave you indestructible skin. Alright, fuck it, I'll buy it. At least it's a pretty cool power and you'll give S&M woman a run for her money. Didn't you just say 3 seconds ago that your skin was indestructible?
Give me your hand!
She saw that her face was scarred and she let herself fall.
Fuck this movie!
Lucille to me!
Let's play. ERod, control your anger.
radical MCHB, set the melody. 1, 2, 3, fire! Back to the family, a guaranteed emergency, the radical MCHB, set the melody. Back to the family, a guaranteed emergency, the radical MCHB, set the melody. 1, 2, 3, fire!
I'm not ready for you yet, but one day I will be. I just gotta find somebody else to train me. For now, that was 3 busted, thousands more to go. I'm ERod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster.
1, 2, 3, fire!